Dance?
Whoa! It definitely looks like Friday around here. We got a bath bomb explosion, popcorn left over from yesterday. The junk drawer looks nice, but all the junk that was in the junk drawer is now on the counter. It's a wreck in here. And this is like snow clothes apocalypse that was all drying from the fire last night. One of the cutest things that we have been seeing in this last week is Rainier will dance to this one particular song. All right,
Ready?
it's time, let's go.
Dance?
Hey.
He's like saving one.
Okay, this next song supposedly he likes even better because he really likes this beat.
I know.
Hey, 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 hey! Nope. No, no.
You like really?
Oh! He doesn't let it stop him.
He's like slow dancing. Oh yeah.
That's our entertainment around here. Hey guys, we're trying to vlog right now.
Yeah, it's mine.
Can we have
it's
some
too big for me too.
respect, please, for the people of the internet?
Well, I still can't get over that I didn't have a headache yesterday from not drinking coffee. I am enjoying it, but I've noticed that I'm not obsessive about it.
That's how I feel. When I used to look at porn all the time, and then I went back to looking at it, it was like not the same. Like I still wanted to enjoy it, and you could still kind of enjoy it, but it just like wasn't. It was like, I'm like really enjoying it, but I'm also like, it like broke some sort of spell.
Yeah.
And I kind of miss the good old days where I could just like dive into coffee and be like, oh, coffee.
I think it shows that it doesn't own us anymore.
At
least for now. It doesn't own us like we're owning it. We're using it. It's
We
not
own
using
it.
us.
Coffee, I own you. Except for yesterday or the day before. They say with addiction, no matter how far down the road you are, you're always 2 feet from the ditch. I've been really struggling this morning because I feel like I had a really non-productive week. Part of the problem with my schedule is I don't make money from most of the things I do. When you're making money, people are like, hey, did you work this week? And I'd be like, yeah, I got a huge bonus, or I did the work, or made my boss happy, and the money rolls in. For me, I have to derive my satisfaction from something else. We had a schedule that was like pumping out vlog episodes, and then I don't do that with the editing anymore. And then I had a schedule with writing where I was pumping out chapters, and I didn't do that this week. So now I feel like really disoriented. But I am doing valuable things, I think. Like one of my goals for today is to make a format for a 12-step meeting for our family. And it's really important, but it doesn't feel important. Just staying in the grind always feels more valuable in the immediate. It gives a more direct sense of satisfaction, but I think I have to pull myself out of that. There's other things that are valuable that will actually change the course of our life more than just clocking in every day. And I'm an entrepreneur, and we have a free schedule, so sometimes it doesn't feel like I'm subject to that, but the grind is always easier than stepping back, doing these things that have in some ways a longer term effect. Why is there a rabbit in our house? I don't want a freaking rabbit in our house. Leia, come here, get out of the way. You wouldn't think you'd have to clarify, don't leave rabbits unattended, run around the house.
Ruthie said, wouldn't leave you set up there, huh? I didn't want to. It wasn't so nice this here. Couldn't lie down. Well, don't you bother me a squawking and a talking, Ruthie said, because I'm going to sleep. Shabbat cleanup days are hard for me because I have this ideal of how I want my house to look. Because when I clean it, I clean a certain way and I want things to look a certain way. I think part of that can be good to train my kids to clean better, and I have this ideal in my head of how I want my house to look. And my kids are 15, 14, 12, 10, and 5. And they're not going to reach that ideal. And maybe even when they become adults, they're not going to reach that ideal because that's like me. And so I realized that I crush myself and my kids with this like ideal of how my house, I have this like entitlement. I have this entitlement of I want my house to look like this. I go over to this person's house and this person's house looks like my ideal. Why can't my house look like that? Really, that's honestly, guys, what I struggle with. I struggle with that entitlement of, well, I should be able to have that too. And I could have that, but I know what that looks like for me. That looks like me doing all the cleaning and not having any emotional or brain space to even be present with my family. But I just confess that that's a real struggle for me. Like I really want that ideal. I have to lay that down if I want to really be in relationship with my family. And there's times where I don't want to lay it down. And I think that my family suffers because of it. So what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try to be aware of that ideal and that entitlement that I have so that I can challenge myself and say, like, be with my kids and say, hey, I feel like there's a balance where like I push them a little bit, like I push my kids a little bit more and say, I think you could do a little better, but I don't crush them with my ideal of it's gotta look this way, or I don't usurp it and say, because this is what I do too, is they'll leave and then I'll finish it to look the way I want it to look. And I just think that is just not helpful. And actually, I think it's harmful. So I'm going to try to push my kids a little bit today to look a little closer to my ideal, but I'm not gonna crush them and say, or crush myself and say, it has to look this way. Also, there's an added pressure today than usual because once a month we host a bunch of people. And I noticed that I have this tendency when people are coming over to my house, there's like this added pressure that things have to look even more perfect and even more in place. And no one really gives a fuck, guys. No one cares what your house looks like. Only I care. Only I do. That's how messed up this is.
Try to get this. Eat it. Eat it.
It is time to go to lunch with my parents right now. 14 degrees outside with a high of 17. Oh, hello guys! We got our junk drawer mess taken care of. The kitchen is clean. This is clean. Sonny's ready to party.
50 milliliters of this.
We are having chili cheese dogs tonight. That's like my favorite. We got our cheese tray out, our vegetable tray. How you feeling?
Feeling ready to rest.
Oh, hello. Where are you going? So cute. What are you looking for under there? Oh, you got the car.
Oh, wow.
Hi. Fire's gone. Firewood is full. This was like supposed to be a miscellaneous project rest week. I feel like I underperformed. I'm really nervous about this Tim Keller video that I post tomorrow, but you guys have already seen. There's a lot of pressure weighing on me because this thing took years to make, and I just feel like it's not perfect. But for a video that's this heavy and weighty, I feel like I really wanted to nail it. Shabbat shows you what trying your best means because it puts a time deadline on it. I never know when my best is. Like I could spend weeks doing it more, but it says Friday evening, stop. And it says, look back at your week and look at it and say that the week is complete. Even when it doesn't feel complete, even when it doesn't feel like my best.
God can do anything. Like he can take something really not great and like someone would really get a lot out of it.
Yeah. And I believe in my heart, I mean, I'm all processing this now, but I believe in my heart that he functions best when we do what Cameron just said and we actually do stop and give it up. So that's what this is about for us. You know, we stop for really a whole day and it's really fun usually. Like we eat sugar and we have dessert and people are coming over tonight and we're having chili dogs. But there's a difficulty in it too that comes in having to stop what is normal for us. And what's normal for me is to feel good about how much work I got done.
Then it's easier to take the credit instead of giving the credit to God too. And even if something's like not as is kind of more poorly done, like even your video, if someone actually gets something out of it, it'll be easier for you to give credit to God, probably.
Yeah. Or Tim Keller.
Yeah.
What we're not saying is we just did an awesome job this week. That's why we get to rest. We believe our identity comes from someone else's work, not our own.
Yeah.
And we believe that there was one man that was perfect and did good work, the only man that ever did truly good work, and that he was perfect and completed everything that he set out to do. And that man did that work for us so that we don't have to. And the trick is for us to remember that.
And we were created to rest, we believe. So when you don't rest, it's not good.
All right, I want my chili dogs.
Yeah.
Thanks for another week of watching, you guys. I'm going to put another link to that Tim Keller video as incomplete and as it is and as good as God wants it to be. I really do hope you guys watch it.
I think it's a good video.
Thanks, babes. And if you like it, I hope you share it, please. Because this is a message we believe in. We want to get out there that people can experience freedom. You can have clarity on some of these topics and honest and helpful dialogue. Anyways, off that soapbox. Shabbat Shalom.